What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring all of you this afternoon. So what we're going to be talking about in this afternoon update video is what are we seeing on AMC today? We saw a little bit of a sell-off when the market opened, and then we ended up starting to see a bounce. Then, as we all know, we did see a very significant sell-off into the red. And at the current time that I'm recording, we are down about a little over 3.5%. Now, there's a very specific reason as to why AMC is selling off today. And it may not be the answer that everybody wants to hear. This isn't hedge fund manipulation, naked shorting, flooding the market with supply today per se. There are a few things that have been developing in the overall market over the last couple of weeks and months. And today was one of those days where they all kind of just showed their face and all had an effect on the broad market, which is why we are seeing sell-offs in very specific stocks, a little bit of a rotation across the broad market. Now, in addition to this, I want to get out ahead of something. We do have a notice that Adam Aron is selling some of his AMC shares, but what we have to realize is that we knew this was coming, and the exact reason why Adam Aron would be selling a portion of his AMC position. And up to this point, through his entire tenure as CEO of AMC, he has not sold a single share. So we're going to go over that situation as well, and the reasons as to why AMC is dropping so much today and where I see us going over the next couple of weeks. So before we get into all of that information, if you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Now, when we come over to this SEC filing right here, we can see AMC, Adam Aron, the number of shares to be sold, 1.25 million. And this is the amount that he is going to be selling, about $53 million. Now, this may seem like a lot, but remember, in the most recent earnings call, Adam Aron said that no matter what he is going to be doing with his position, he's still going to be holding at least 2 million shares. And the reason for these purchases, as said by Adam Aron, is he's getting older. He needs to start to plan for not necessarily his retirement, but for his family after the day comes where he is no longer around. He has been told by his financial advisors that he should diversify his assets, which you may not like that. You may like it. You may not really have an opinion on this, but that is what is happening. He is not changing his opinion at all on where he sees AMC going in the future. This is just something that he has to do in order to take care of his family, very similar to what we are doing by putting our hard-earned money into AMC as an investment. Now, when we come over to take a look at the Ortex update for today, we're seeing the utilization at about 85.41% and the estimated short interest at 17.01%. If you guys remember from yesterday, we did fall below that 16% mark, but we did see the exchange reported short interest come out last night at 18.49%. This number has been steadily increasing since the end of September. So we're going to see a little bit of recalibration on Ortex over the next couple of days as we start to see this 18.49% exchange reported short interest get factored into their current estimates. Now, when we think about the potential for manipulation on AMC today, and we come over to this Max Pain chart right here, the Max Pain price is at $40 a share. Now, we can see that there's a very high concentration of contracts on the call side that are deep out of the money. So if these market makers wanted to make sure that the calls were not even close to expiring in the money, then yes, they would want to push the share price down. But if they continue to push it down, then they're just going to have to hedge on the put side as well. So there really isn't that much going on in terms of manipulation on this specific day. Yesterday, I do know, and I have seen some research that there was some unusual activity on short exempt volume, which is how the market makers have the legal ability to naked short, but we're going to save that for a different video. Now, in addition to this, guys, we also have the institutions still piling into AMC. We have $542 million worth of AMC bought over Q3 and only $1 million sold. So again, these institutions are very, very bullish on the future outlook and prospects of AMC going forward. Now, let's get into this default crisis, this debt crisis that is going to be coming back up, and this uncertainty that we are going to be seeing in the broad markets and what effect it's going to have. So this morning, a lot of people were talking about this situation with Evergrande. So this is from a law firm right here, DMSA, and they're preparing bankruptcy proceedings against Evergrande. So they make a few pretty crazy statements here. Only the DMSA, the Deutsche Market Screening Agentur German Market Screening Agency, already recognized the default at that time and provided in a study that the bankruptcy of Evergrande, the world's most indebted corporation, could ultimately lead to a great reset, i.e. the final meltdown of the global financial system. And they also reference what the Fed of the United States said yesterday about financial stability. So according to this right here, it does look like Evergrande is defaulting. And in my opinion, they are going to default in the future, but there are a lot of mixed statements about this. And when you think about the broad market reaction based off of Evergrande, it wasn't really Evergrande that was causing these issues. Remember, in the morning, we saw the inflation numbers come out much higher than expected, and we also saw Evergrande. But when the market opened, the S&P 500 didn't really move a whole lot, and it actually made some moves to the upside. So what are we actually looking at here? Well, first, we need to go over what the two competing beliefs are on Evergrande at this time. When we come over to this tweet right here, Evergrande is said to pay delayed interest on at least 2 bonds. So maybe they are paying, maybe they aren't paying, maybe they've defaulted already and are actually getting into those bankruptcy proceedings. But again, even if they are getting into the bankruptcy proceedings, we have already heard rumors that the Chinese government is going to step in and basically take those assets. So what are we really looking at here? This move that we've seen today in the broad markets has a pretty reasonable explanation. When we come over here, there was a 30-year bond auction, and they drew a 1.94% yield versus the 1.888 pre-sale when issued yield. And that was a huge miss. And we can see the 5.2 basis point tail on the 30-year bond auction absolutely skyrocketed. That caused this over here, let's pull this up, TLT to start selling off, and the overall market was reacting to these higher yields and uncertainty as well. You can see this big red candle here, and it caused the overall market, the S&P 500, and in particular tech stocks, which are going to react to higher yields more adversely, started to sell off very significantly. So this wasn't really a move just based on AMC, but because of all of this new uncertainty that we are seeing in the market, we are most likely going to go into some choppy times going into the end of the year. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have a market crash or a market correction, even though that is possible, but we're going to see some very similar headlines that we have all seen before start to resurface, and one in particular is the debt ceiling. The Senate approved the bill, remember, to raise the debt ceiling and avert default for now, but this only raised these limits and obligations and their ability to essentially operate through early December. So we're going to see this situation start to kick back up again. This is why we like to talk about the broad market so much on this channel, because when we're thinking about the microscopic view of the overall market, when we're staring at the 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, even the daily chart on AMC, we could be missing all of these other different catalysts that are going on that are really driving the money in the market. The flow of the money in the market is a very important thing to look out for. Now, this is separate from the options flow that a lot of people like to look out for. When we're talking about the flow of money, when we look at those bond moves, it causes investors to make a move. Is money going to flow into bonds, into equities, or out of one or the other? And that is essentially what we have seen today. We're also seeing a lot more uncertainty surrounding whether or not Jerome Powell is going to be elected as the Fed chair again. And we also know that inflation is running much higher than expected. Now, we don't necessarily know at the current time how much of an effect that is going to have on our investments. Some stocks may benefit from inflation, some stocks may not. But these are things that we need to keep a lookout for. The short squeeze thesis is still there. It's not going anywhere. If you guys have been watching my videos over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about the potential for another big gamma squeeze coming back up in January. Now, do we need the options chain to set up like that to have a big move on AMC? Absolutely not, but it does help give us a higher potential for a big price movement. So honestly, what we're seeing today in the market is just a giant FUD day, a fear, uncertainty, and doubt day. Nobody really knows which direction the market is going to pick going into the end of the year. Typically, we see what is called a Santa rally, meaning we run up into the end of the year. But with all that's going on in the global political economy right now, in the overall climate, we don't necessarily know which direction we are going to pick. We've been on a significant uptrend in the overall market ever since the last Fed meeting, once we essentially got the news that the Fed was going to start tapering its asset purchases. So we're going to have to wait and see if we're going to see more volatility, a lot of choppy price action, or if the market is going to pick a direction up or down. So that is going to wrap up this update on AMC. If you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.